Hello everybody, I am Rebecca and today we are going to do our November wrap-up and December TBR. So the first book I read in November was Sailor Moon Volume 2. I absolutely love this graphic novel. It's definitely really good. I'm reading this by I'm part of watching the series. I'm rewatching the dub, but I'm also watching this Sailor Moon Crystal, which is based on the graphic novel. It's really good, and all of the scenes are actually in the story and stuff in the actual episode. So yeah. The next book that I read, and I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. Really good, and I absolutely love this series. Do not pick up the new version because the translation is really bad, and I suggest the mixed version or the older versions. You cannot get this in a regular bookstore, but I suggest you get it. Like, you could probably look for it online and get it online. This is an excellent series. The next book I've read was Beastly, and this one I read for hashtag a yearathon, and I did read that, and I really loved this book. The main thing I really loved about this book is the beginning of each part that is a chat thing. You get to meet different characters like Silent Maid, which is the Little Mermaid, Froggy, who's from the Frog Prince, and Grizzly Guy, who's from Rose Red and Snow White. And that really made this book a 5 out of 5. And I love this story. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and it's really good. The movie doesn't really give it justice. I've seen the movie, but when I first watched the movie, I absolutely loved it. But the book is so much better, and it has the significance of the white rose and friendship and love. It's just so amazing. The next book I also picked up on hashtag a yearathon during our fairy tale retellings was Red Riding Hood. This one was okay. I have seen the movie to this one. It did have a lot of explanation. It's about Red Riding Hood, and they're trying to figure out who's a werewolf and who's killing everybody. So it is an interesting read, but I have seen the movie like 100 times because I love the movie, and so that kind of hindered my enjoyment of it. So I rated it a 3 stars out of 5. The next book I do not have. I rented it or borrowed it from the library, and I was going to do a compare-contrast video. Maybe I still will be, I don't know, on I Am Legend and the movie and the book. The book is a really good book. I absolutely love this book. This book is about the guy who is probably like the only human in civilization, and there's these people that got turned, and he's trying to find a cure to help these vampires turn back to people. It's really interesting. I love the ending. I love the story, and it was really interesting. And it's a survival type novel, but it's got he's the last one of It's just so good. And this one I rated 5 out of 5 stars. It was super excellent. Highly suggest you read it. And yeah. The next book I read in November was Speak, and this one I read for the anti-bullying readathon, which I took part of, but I only read this book. This book, I didn't like it. It's about this girl who goes to a Christmas party, and something happens and she calls the police, and she's not really speaking. I do want to see the movie of this that is based off of this book, because just kind of to see how she's not speaking. This one was told in her perspective, so you gotta think about the way she thought and how she thought and what brought her to speak. It's good in that way, but in a bullying way, it wasn't really that great. Like, I didn't connect with the character. Apparently, I read the interview in the back that said, like, the author wanted her to be depressed and that she was suffering from depression. Not wanted her to be depressed, but suffering from depression. So, I didn't get that. For me, I didn't really get that she was suffering from depression. Yes, she was. There was a big thing in this book that you find out in the end that something happened that, is not good in parties. Yeah. But this one I only rated 2 out of 5 stars because I really felt the character was annoying, and the text was more written like teenage writing, and I didn't like that. The 6th book I read on my Kindle, which is right here. This one I read on my Kindle, and it's called The Twister's Key. This is about a girl who goes into the land of petlings and wildlings, and these are pets. When pets die, they come to this like sanctuary and stuff like that. They dress in clothes, kind of like other animal stories. Yeah, it's really, really good. And this one I only rated 4 out of 5 stars because some of the progression was really slow, and it was a children's book, but it wasn't like a really fast children's book. I have read a bunch of children's books that I rated 5 out of 5. The last book I also read for children, and the Twister's Key was the book club pick. The next book I read for Children's Literature Month, and that was Ice Dragon. I absolutely love this book. I read it during my work as well. This one has a beautiful, beautiful illustrated cover. And very beautiful end pages. Like, the design is so amazing. And a very beautiful first kind of look of the cover. It's also got really beautiful illustrations. Some of them are just one page, and other of them are like 4 pages. Very, very amazing book. This one I really love. This one is about a girl who had an ice touch to the feel. She's born with that, and how she's got this connection with this dragon right here. And yes, this takes place in George R.R. Martin's universe in the Ice, Fire, and Ice series, I believe. A Song of Ice and Fire series. And yeah, and this one was really, really good, and I gave this a 5 out of 5. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the what I'm going to be reading in the month of December. I've already put up my hashtag a yearathon, which tells you all the books that I've read in there. I am going to read two books. First this is Alice in Zombieland, and this is our pick for the book club, and I'm enjoying it so far. I love the creativeness of this book, with the green stuff and artistically designed. And also I love the title. So this one, chapter headings. The chapter headings of this one is What Bloody Nonsense. So really excited to continue on with this. The next book I am going to be reading is for the Harry Christmas kind of readathon, movieathon, and this one is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I have read this before and really enjoyed it. So hopefully I will get through these two in the month of December. And that is it that I am reading and I have read during the month. And I hope you all have a great day.